And this is Gate Talk with B. I'm B, of course. Basha, how are you guys doing today? Today is Sunday. This is the start of a new week. This is the start of a new journey. This is, a reflection time. This is for you time for you guys to look back on your week, making sure that you have reached all the goals that you have set out for yourself for this week, and that's what we got to make sure we're doing. I know we're talking about financial literacy, setting goals for the long run, but you guys want to make sure that you're doing small, little achievable goals that could be done in a week, something that could be done in a couple of days. This week I plan to wake up early every day, set your alarm for a week straight for 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever time is a challenge for you, go ahead and use that time to make sure you're setting those goals, because what that is doing is now creating a routine and a habit for you. So you want to make sure that you're setting those small goals for yourself and seeing them being achieved. That way, when those bigger goals manifest, you have the patience and the virtue to withstand it, because you're now achieving what you can achieve now and planning for what you're achieving, what you're looking to achieve ahead of time, So this is Sunday. This is reflection day. I always use Sundays as a encouragement to start a new week and a reflection to end a week. This week we talked a lot about finance, making sure we're staying, ahead of the game when it comes down to our children's, foundation and their education, making sure that our household is taken care of and that we're putting ourselves aside, because we're the money maker. We're the one that's bringing in the check. So you want to make sure that you're having something put aside for yourself that can help you with your journey, with your purpose. And you're making sure, like I say, overall, that you're praying for that journey and that purpose. There's nothing that you want to do in life without making sure that you pray to, your higher power. Myself, that I pray to God, that we're making sure that that journey is aligning with them. We can get so comfortable onto a journey or a mindset and we forget that, it's not our journey, that it's, it's who we're praying to, it's God's journey. And we don't want to ever be into a point where we forget that. And we start walking this journey or starting building this pathway or thinking that we're doing our, building our foundation. And it has nothing to do with the alignment of who we really are or what the God is asking us to align with, That's where the problems come in. And that's when we see, well, why isn't this manifesting? Or why, am I going through the hardship when it's something that, I feel that I need and I want, this is for me. Why am I going through the channels? Because that's what we have to sit back and understand. It's maybe not for you. It's that just because you have a passion for something. I have a passion for writing. I get into imagination native world. I'm sorry, I'm a little choked up this morning. I get into that where I'm very creative when it comes down. I can make up a story within 2 seconds. If you tell me a topic in 2 characters, I can give you a whole intro, outro, in a body paragraph with nothing. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go and put that book that I want to write as my first priority, because this podcast and the journey I have will lead to that. So sometimes it's just not your sole purpose to tap into your talent, but to get into the unknown and the uncomfortableness, something that's going to put, a little fire under you. That is your purpose. It's something to get to that talent. So you make sure that you're praying for that. Make sure, Father God, I'm on the right road to become what your purpose is to become, that I'm aligning all my energy with your energy and I'm walking into that, because then that's when everything comes effortlessly. Like I told you guys, I'm reading the law of effortlessly. And if you guys haven't, read, anything about laws, get the 7 laws of spiritual success. Those laws are really applied to our everyday life. And I really read that book, as if it's, as if it's law. That's just what it is. It's no other way around it. And the law of least effort is something that you're doing absolutely nothing for or towards, but it's an accomplishment. That's you being still, but allowing God and the universe and your higher power to work out whatever purpose is for you, and you will accomplish. So sometimes it doesn't require any work at all. It requires you to just do your part. You're studying, you're saving. So when that hit you, when that time is for you to rise and it's time for you to speak, you have the resources that you have. You've been doing your part. So it won't come as a surprise for you. It won't come when you're, back here and your blessings up there. No, this is something that you're aligning with. It's due to come whenever you're ready for it. So continue to get ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Look for the support. That's another thing we want to make sure we're doing this week. The support. Not everyone's going to support you. Like I spoke on, Thursday. We can't take everything that everyone else does personally because they're on a journey of their own. They have their own obstacles. They have their own times where, they have to walk into their purpose. And sometimes people have different journeys. Everyone doesn't have a success story. Some people are comfortable with what they have. And we can't judge them or not judge them for that, level of comfort that's okay for them. It just may not be okay for me. I want to strive higher. I want to be, something that I can see that I can reach. So we can't take that personal. But what you want to do is make sure you look for the support for the ones that is on the journey that you're on, someone that sees a higher potential in themselves. And that's the kind of support you want because those are the ones that's going to, be more receptive to your support, and they're supporting you. That's the thing. You want to get around people that you can support and that can support you. I mean, they're doing something different and they're speaking, they're walking, they're writing, they're, selling, whatever. Remember I say, make sure that you align in with what you are in the universe. I know I'm an uplifter. I know I'm a great, advice person. I'm a talker. That's my niche. But some people are great, at selling, catchphrases, marketing. So whatever that person's doing, you want to make sure that you're aligning with them also, because what that's going to do is now give you an outlet for marketing. If you would decide to sell something, hey, you should give me a tip on that. You'll get that support from them and they'll get the support from you. Hey, I'm not good on talking. I do a very great logo. I do a very great, marketing technique, but I need you to speak on it. Can you speak on it? Great, and that's where that coordination comes in. So that's why I say always make sure that you're supporting and you're looking for support, because that's that give or take energy. You're putting the energy out there that you want, others to reciprocate, and they're putting the energy out there that they're wanting you to. So it's like it balances itself out, and then that way you don't ever take anything personal. You're not worrying about the ones that are not supporting you. You're not worrying about the ones that doesn't have the same journey or alignment as you. Now you're able to go abide and, speak your stuff without getting an offense or, feeling like you have to defend your purpose. You're finding yourself around the ones that you don't even have to speak on. They see your purpose. They see it shining through you. All they can do is support you and encourage you as you do it the same as them. So that's what you want to make sure that you're doing also. You're surrounding yourself with the support that you need. The ones that are not going to let you slip across your purpose. Hey, today's Thursday, Basha, where's your show? I've been looking for it all morning. It's going to get you encouraged. Hey, it's Sunday. I look forward for your Sunday dinners. What's going on? It's going to get them fired. So that's what you want to make sure you're doing. You're supporting others as you look for support within yourself, because what that's going to do is continue to keep you encouraged. It's going to keep you encouraged and keep the others encouraged around you on your purpose and on your journey. And as you're getting support, now that financial support comes in, because now, like I say, you're setting your budget. You're understanding the importance of saving, because who wants a taste of their dream and they can't, continue to run its course with it? I don't want to start this podcast now and then I can't afford to pay for the software to, publish this podcast next month. No, I want to make sure that I'm staying encouraged, because when I stay encouraged on something, now I'm ready to save for it. Now I'm ready to give my all into it. And your all is anything that you have that can prosper that dream. Anything you have that can, manifest that purpose in your life. That's where we're at. That's where we're aligning at. That's what we're having a reflection on. We have a reflection on starting our week with an encouragement and support. And then we have a reflection on ending it, making sure that you're saving for it. And I'm going to continue to say it over and over, because I want you guys to understand the importance of saving. If you guys aren't saving for it and you're just talking about it and you just want it to manifest, it's not going to happen. You can't just talk about something. You can't just have something on your brain or, something that you just burning inside of you and you don't do nothing about it. Unfortunately, we live in a world where everything costs. So you want to make sure that you're able to use that, our spiritual world, as far as our purpose, our understanding and aligning. That's our spiritual world. We want to make sure we're tapping into that, but we also have to understand this is a world that costs. So we have to save for it. Unless that purpose would be, it'll be wasteful. And we all have that, that desire to be something, whatever level you want to be on, we all have that desire. So you want to make sure that you're saving for that, because like I said, this is not going towards anyone else. This is not me asking you to save for, me or, anyone else around you. This is for you. And of course, your children. If you have children, this is something for you guys. So you want to make sure that you are saving for that, And during that time of you saving and, you're having the support, now you want to make sure that you're able to be taught. Because just because this is your purpose, someone else has been on this journey a little longer than you and that you're walking now a beginner in, that you want to make sure that you're able to be taught. Never become a point where, to a point where you're unteachable. Just because you have saved for it, you have did the research for it, on it, you have read on it, you're still not an expert in it. You will never be an expert into your purpose, because even when you become an expert, you're still praying for guidance of God to continue that journey for you. So never be unteachable. When you find out your purpose and you dig into it, continue to think in your mind, I'm always going to learn. I'm always going to be ready to talk about it for someone, to tell me. You want to make sure that you're staying aligned with that, always open to something. Hey, I like the way you did that, presentation, but I can help you get a little better at it. I know a little more. Oh, wow. Tell me, those are the things that you want to make sure that you're tapping into, because you never want to get to a point where no one wants to support or work with you because you're a know-it-all. Now you know too much about your product and you're overbearing with it. And anything that you're overbearing with that you can't see, it's a failure for you, because no one's going to tell you. They're just going to, yeah, all right, okay. They're going to back up, and then you're going to wonder, why am I not getting the support? Because you're being unteachable. Now you're overbearing with your purpose. Never want to be overbearing with that. You always want to be humble. You always want to be teachable. You always want to be open. You always want to make sure that this is, like I say back, a slow journey. This is nothing that you're trying to win. What is there to win? This is your purpose. You already won. You tapped into it. There's nothing to win here. There's not a competition. Who are you in competition with? Because if this is your journey and you're in competition to be better than the next, then you're going to fail regardless, because your mind frame, the way you set your mind to, is failure. This is no competition. I don't get on here and I think about what someone else's podcast was last night or what they're talking about at the same moment, because we're on different purposes. We're reaching different audience. Even if you listen to the same person, a different person, and you listen to me, that's two different messages you're getting. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4 messages before you can sum up your purpose. That's like me visiting different churches or different restaurants. You're going to always have a taste for something different, but it's going to align with what you like. And that's what we have to understand. This is not a competition. Get your message. Be teachable around you. But don't put it into a point where it's something that you have to win, because it's nothing to win. The winning point is when you able to discover, hey, I have a purpose. I'm ready to tap into that. I'm ready to give my all into it. You won. That's it. You get a trophy, you get your medal right after that, because everybody doesn't have that drive. Everybody can't tap into their true purpose. Everyone's okay. Some people are okay with how they are. I'm okay. I've been at my job 15 years, I make great money. I'm good. You could do that. But some people think that it's okay. So we have to make sure that we're not in competition with anybody when it comes to that, because, this is for you. I kind of got off topic a little bit, but it was just kind of me putting out there of, making sure that all things are aligning with, with your true purpose. And on top of, now being, never be unteachable, you want to make sure you're relatable. You want to make sure that whatever your purpose is and the audience that you want, you're relatable to them. I speak on these stories and I speak on this journey, and it's only because I relate to it. I can speak on it because I'm relatable. That makes you relatable. Now we have something in common, and that's what you want to make sure, that you have something in common with your audience that you're trying to sell something to, or your purpose, whatever you want support on. You want to make sure that you're relatable in it. That's the worst thing. You want someone to speak on or try to sell something that they know nothing about. They have no experience on. I mean, what? Yeah, that makes no sense. So don't tap into something you have no experience on. Something that you never heard of yourself, that you just, oh, that's a great idea, let me jump in. No, because you're going to find yourself tongue-tied and tongue-twisted. Now you're going to get that person who really do know something and they want to buy it from you, and they're going to ask you, hey, can you tell me a little bit more about this? Or can you tell me a little bit more about that? And now you're tongue-tied. Well, this is, I purchased it. No. Like I said, even when you become an expert and you're